Hello, welcome to La Excellence. Welcome to our recap program. In this program, we are discussing monthly current affairs videos. This video is on June 2021 current affairs. This is part 1 of it. PDF of this video is available in the description. If you want to enroll for the test series based on monthly current affairs videos, you can click the link given in the description. First, let us start with polity related issues. First issue is demand for autonomous council. Autonomous councils are part of 6th schedule under Indian constitution. Recently, Rengma Nagas, they have demanded for autonomous district council in Assam. Who can create autonomous districts? It is the governor of that particular state. In the state of Assam, central and state governments have recently upgraded Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Chechar Hill Autonomous Council as the Territorial Council. Territorial councils have more autonomy and more financial grants for them. But other tribes in that particular territorial council, such as Rengma Nagas, are requesting for separate autonomous councils for them. Autonomous councils, they are under 6th schedule of constitution. This schedule deals with the administration of tribal areas in 4 northeastern states only: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Under 5th schedule, scheduled areas, that is tribal areas which are called as scheduled areas, are defined under normal states, and autonomous councils are only specifically for these 4 states. Special provisions are provided in Article 244(2) and Article 275 of the Constitution for the autonomous councils of these states. Composition of autonomous councils. It has 30 members. Except Bodo Territorial Council, it has 46 members. Governor has more control in the 6th schedule areas. He or she can decide the applicability of the laws. 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts are not applicable to 6th schedule areas. We have an act known as PISA, Panchayat Extension to Scheduled Areas, that is applicable to 5th schedule areas, but this is not applicable to 6th schedule areas. Next issue is unitary and federal features. So recently this was in news because Tamil Nadu has said that it is going to use the word central government instead of the word union government. Why? They said India is not a unitary country. At the same time, India is not a fully federal country. So in this context, this federal unitary discussion was there in news. That is why this issue is very important. In general, also, from this concept, every year we are getting one question in prelims. That is why try to revise this once. Unitary and federal features. First time, this concept of federalism in India is introduced under Government of India Act 1919. The present model of Indian federalism is based on Government of India Act 1935. Under Indian Constitution, these are the unitary features and these are some of the federal features. Just go through this list. This is very important. In prelims, they will ask which of the following are unitary features or which of the following are federal features. Like that, questions can be possible. Next issue is Jammu and Kashmir Delimitation Commission. Recently, delimitation exercise started in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. In this context, let us discuss what is the meaning of delimitation, why is it needed, and what is the composition of delimitation commission. Delimitation means drawing the boundaries for the territorial constituencies with respect to legislative assembly and Lok Sabha seats. It is to have equal representation to equal segments of population. First delimitation exercise happened in 1950 and 51. And after every census, under Delimitation Act, after every census, delimitation should happen. But as a population stabilization measure, no delimitation commission was appointed in 1981 and after 1981 and 1991 censuses. In this context, let us understand what is this delimitation commission and what is its composition. It is appointed by President of India. It is a statutory body. It is under Delimitation Act. So it is a statutory body. Yes, it has recognition under various constitutional provision, but it is a statutory body. It has composition of retired Supreme Court judge, chief election commissioner and respective state election commissioners. Next issue is official language status. Recently, Tulu speakers mainly in Karnataka and Kerala region, they have requested for adding Tulu language into the official languages. There are 22 listed languages in 8th schedule. They are requesting for adding that into the 8th schedule. What happens if they add Tulu language in the 8th schedule area? For language promotion, funds will be granted from the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, for example, UPSC, etc. This exam will be conducted in that language also. There are many benefits by adding a language into official language status. And they have demanded, last year also, they have demanded to add it under official languages under new educational policy. What is the official language of a state? Under Part 17 of Indian Constitution, it deals with the provisions related to official language. Article 345 of Indian Constitution says that legislature of a state may by law adopt any one or more of the languages in use in the state or Hindi as the language or languages to be used in as for the official communication. So to add a language into 8th schedule, it requires constitutional amendment. Constitutional amendment is required. Our next issue is rule of law. Recently in a discussion, our CJI has said that rule of law, rule by law, both are different. Rule by law is the instrument of colonial rule. Even now we are using rule by law. What is the meaning of rule by law and how is it different from rule of law? Britishers, they enacted the laws only to rule. Rule of law means laws should be applicable equally and laws should follow due process of law. Rule of law, rule by law, both are different. This is interventionist. This follows the constitutional principles. This is the spirit of constitution, which is known as constitutionalism. Constitutionalism means implementation of constitution and its provisions in its letter and spirit. Here in this case, rule by law indicates that decisions are forced upon the citizenry, while rule of law means just application of law for everybody, keeping in mind that law doesn't go against the basic principles of humanity. Next, let us discuss geography related current issues. First one is Sahel region. Recently in Burkina Faso, this is the country, where 160 people died in the communal clashes. It's a religious terrorism. In this context, what is Sahel region? Where is it located? Sahel is a transitionary zone between Saharan desert and the savanna grasslands. Savannas are the tropical grasslands of Africa. It is a transition zone which is known as ecotone. Ecotone is the transition zone. Ecotone is Sahel region. This is a ecoclimatic biogeographic realm and it is a transition zone between Saharan desert to the north, Sudanian savanna region to the south. Beneath this we have Congo rainforests, evergreen forests. Sahel lands, they extend from this Atlantic coast to Red Sea area. Next issue is Yemen crisis and Houthi rebels. Yemen is a Gulf country which neighbors Saudi Arabia and Oman. There is a desert which is known as Rab al Khali. This is known as empty quarter of the world. This mostly extends in Saudi Arabia and part of it is located in Yemen too. In Yemen we have a port city known as Al Hudida. And this borders the Red Sea region. Red Sea and Gulf of Aden both are connected by Bab el Mandeb. This is the strait. Bab el Mandeb Strait connects Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. And in the Arabian Sea, we have Socotra Island, which belongs to Yemen. Horn of African countries are the maritime neighbors of Yemen country. In Yemen, Houthi rebels, they are fighting against the coalition of forces such as Saudi Arabia and other countries. Recently, they have taken control over Marib city. That is why it was in news. Next issue is Great Barrier Reef. This was a news because recently under United Nations we have World Heritage Sites Committee. This has declared Great Barrier Reef as World Heritage Site in danger. In this context, our Great Barrier Reef, it shows one of the diverse ecosystems of the world. It is located towards the east of Australia. Great Barrier Reef is a coral reef. It's a coral reef ecosystem which is deteriorated because of the human intervention. Major reasons for destruction of Great Barrier Reef include global warming, introduction of invasive species, etc. In this context, coral reefs are important. They are known as rainforests of the marine climate. Coral reefs, they provide important ecosystem for underwater life. They protect the coastal areas from the storm surges, and they act as breakwater for tsunami waves. They are crucial for the income of the fishermen. So that is why coral reefs are considered one of the important biodiversity systems. Now, Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system. It composes of 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands. It plays an important role in the Australian economy in terms of tourism. This is located in the Coral Sea off the coast of Queensland province of Australia. Let us understand this term coral bleaching. This Great Barrier Reef is experiencing mass bleaching in the last few years. In this context, let us understand what is the meaning of coral bleaching. Corals are in a symbiotic relationship. Coral polyp and algae both share the space and energy. That is why they are in this symbiotic relationship. In case of stressed coral tissue, this algae leaves the coral tissues. In case of extreme stress, all the algae that leaves the coral polyp, this leads to formation of bleached corals. They are in the white color. In case of dead coral, when the bleached coral is left untended to for a long period of time, it dies. It's in a dark color. Dead coral will be in the dark color. Next issue is Chamoli disaster and location of this particular district. Chamoli is a district in Himachal Pradesh. This district is famous for Chipko movement. Chipko movement, Sundarlal Bahuguna, try to recollect that once. And Chamoli, recently Geological Survey of India has said that Chamoli disaster in February 2021 is because of the avalanche. Avalanche means sudden fall of ice under the force of gravity. This avalanche has led to flooding in this Alakananda river that has damaged various dams in this particular region. In this context, let us briefly understand this. Greater Himalayas, Kumaon, that is Himachal Himalayas, and Shivalik Himalayas are part of this particular region, part of our Himachal Pradesh. In this context, Himalayas are seismically active. They are fragile ecosystems. Any structures, any construction which leads to instability of the slopes can lead to more disasters. Major mountain passes in Himachal Pradesh include Mana Pass, Jaskar Ranges and Jaskar Niti Pass, Lipu Lake Pass. These are important mountain passes. We have Nanda Devi peak over here. Nanda Devi is a peak in Himachal Pradesh. Next issue is heat domes. Recently, Pacific Northwestern region, Canada, USA, they have experienced extreme heat wave. Heat wave means abnormal increase in the temperature of a region as compared to the normal level. It is said heat dome is said to be the reason for this extreme heat wave. In this context, let us understand the meaning of heat dome. Heat dome is a condition where the hotter air is obstructed by the jet stream. It comes down, it subsides. The subsidence of the hot air leaves this zone much more drier. Especially this happens in the summer. This leads to formation of heat dome. Heat dome is one of the reasons for extreme heat wave stress. This heat wave stress has led to forest fires in USA and Canada regions recently. Next issue is heliosphere. Helio means sun related. Heliosphere means the area which has sun's influence. Heliosphere is the solar wind that emanates from the sun. It creates a bubble that extends past the orbits of the planets. This bubble is the heliosphere. It is shaped like a long windshock and it moves with the sun through the interstellar space. Interstellar space means space between two stars. In this context, heliosphere, this is heliopause, and this is bow shock, this is heliosheath, this is the termination shock. Just to go through these terms, but for us, for the exam point of view, heliosphere is the important word. Next, let us understand history and art and culture related issues. First one is Nesher Remla Homo type. Nesher Remla Homo is named after a place in Israel. This is the place in Israel. This place is known as Nesher Remla. In the Nesher Remla site, the excavations have resulted in a new species which existed parallel to Homo sapiens. That means there's a parallel evolution. This provides clear evidence for the theory of parallel evolution of humans. Nesher Remla Homo have even interbred according to these findings, interbred with the Homo sapiens. Next issue is Bhari Thalassus Tapani. Bhari Thalassus Tapani is the skeleton pieces that were available in the Telangana region, Errapalli formations. Errapalli formations are home for various fossils. This Bhari Thalassus Tapani is the reptile that belongs to a genus and species previously not known to us. This Bhari Thalassus, Bhari means huge, Thala means head. Bhari Thalassus means its head is huge as compared to the existing reptiles. That's why it is named as Bhari Thalassus. Paleontologist Tapan Roy Chowdhury, in honor of his name, this particular species is named as Tapani. Bhari Thalassus Tapani is the new species fossil that was found in the Errapalli formations of Telangana. Next issue is Toycathon 2021. Recently, Indian Prime Minister has urged us, that is people of India, to be vocal for local toys. So this will promote the culture of India. This will provide employment to the many lakhs of artisans. This will encourage the manufacturing of toys in India. In this context, let us briefly understand famous toy types of India. First one is Chennapatna toys. These are famous in Bangalore rural district of Karnataka. Kondapalli Bommalu. This is famous doll forms of AP, Andhra Pradesh. Next one is Nirmal toys. Nirmal toys are famous in Adilabad district of Telangana. Ganjifa cards. These are famous in Mysore region of Karnataka. These are the cards which are used for playing the games. Next one, leather toys of Indore. Indore, Madhya Pradesh is famous for leather toys. Next one, Tanjavur dolls. This neck rotates. Tanjavur dolls, famous in Tamil Nadu. Valyanur terracotta works. This is famous in Puducherry region, Union Territory of Puducherry. Valyanur terracottas. Next, Kinhal toys. Kinhal toys are traditional wooden toys of North Karnataka district. Next is Etikoppaka toys. Etikoppaka toys, they have unique shape and form. These are famous in AP. Gurin clay toys. Gurin clay dolls. These are famous in West Bengal. West Bengal government is asking for GI tags for these Gurin toys. Next is Kathputulis. These are also toys which are used in puppetry. These are famous in Rajasthan. Finally, Andhra Pradesh leather puppetry. Using leathers, toys are made and these are used to tell the stories under puppetry. Apart from these famous ones, there are other forms of dolls which are famous in India. Hundreds of traditional varieties are there. These needs to be promoted. That is the issue that is discussed over here. These are the issues of part 1. Thank you very much. All the very best.